I'm going to help you improve your vocab and sound more like a native speaker. I want you to stop saying very and start using the vocab that I'm going to show you in this video. I'm Kay with ISpeakSpokeSpoken. Now let's get started. As always, click here in the upper right-hand corner to download all of the slides and take the free quiz at the end. Drop us a comment down below. How did you do? Now let's look at what you can say instead of very. Here are some everyday examples. Instead of saying very angry, you can say furious. Furious means very angry. For example, she was very angry after the meeting. That's fine, but you'll sound even better if you say she was furious after the meeting. So here we are changing very angry into furious. Or very tired can be replaced with exhausted. Exhausted means very tired. So I am very tired after work. That's fine, but it sounds even better if you say I am exhausted after work. It has the same meaning, but one of them shows that you have a bigger vocabulary. So very tired can be changed to exhausted. And of course, improving your English to sound a bit more like a native speaker, furious has a stress on the first syllable. Knowing where to put the stress is a key part of proper pronunciation. With these phonetic transcriptions, the little mark, the little apostrophe before a syllable shows you where to stress. So furious, furious, stress on the first syllable, furious. And exhausted has a stress on the second syllable. Exhausted, exhausted. Number 3, instead of saying it's very hot, you can say it's scorching. Scorching means very hot. For example, it's very hot today. That's fine, but it sounds even better if you say it's scorching today. And scorching has a stress on the first syllable. Scorching, scorching. And number 5, the opposite of very hot, very cold. Instead of saying very cold, we can say freezing. It sounds better. So the weather is very cold. That's okay. But to make it sound even better, we can say the weather is freezing. And we stress the first syllable in freezing, freezing. Number 5, don't say very hungry, say starving. I'm very hungry. Let's eat. Okay, let's make it better. I'm starving. Let's eat. We have a stress here on the first syllable. Say it with me. Starving, starving. Now, of course, starving literally means that you are having health problems related to not having enough to eat, but we can also use it to mean that we are very hungry, not in the medical sense. And number 6, instead of saying very scared, you can say terrified. We have a stress on the first syllable, terrified, terrified. She was very scared of spiders. Okay, and even better, we can say she was terrified of spiders. Now let's look at some more precise alternatives for using very. Very small is fine, but tiny shows a more precise meaning. For example, the apartment is very small. That's fine, but it sounds even better. It sounds even more precise if you say the apartment is tiny. And we have a stress on the first syllable here. Tiny, tiny. Or very big, we can say enormous. For example, that building is very big. That's fine, but it sounds even better. It sounds even more precise if we say that building is enormous. There's a stress on the second syllable here. Enormous, enormous. And don't forget to click on the little I in the corner to download all of these slides and take the free quiz. And some more precise alternatives. Instead of saying very good, say excellent. with a stress on the first syllable. Excellent, excellent. The food was very good. Let's make it better. The food was excellent. So if you want to give a compliment to someone who has just cooked for you, don't say the food was very good. Say the food was excellent. And instead of saying very bad, say terrible with a stress on the first syllable. Terrible, terrible. The movie was very bad. Let's improve it. The movie was terrible. Number 5, instead of saying very fast, say rapid with a stress on the first syllable. Rapid, rapid. He drives very fast, making it even better. He drives rapidly. And number 6, very bright. That's fine, but it's even better if you say luminous. There's a stress on the first syllable. Luminous, luminous. Once again, luminous. Instead of saying the light is very bright, show off your vocabulary. Say the light is luminous. Number 7, is it very dirty or is it filthy? For example, the kitchen is very dirty. Okay, show off your vocabulary. Say the kitchen is filthy. Pronunciation is a little tricky on this one. We have a stress on the first syllable and we have TH. Don't forget with TH to put your tongue between your teeth. I think my students are kind of shy. They don't like to show their tongue. They don't like to stick their tongue between your teeth. It's okay if you feel silly. Do it with me. Put your tongue between your teeth. Good. And we have a stress on the first syllable. Fill, filthy. All together. Filthy, filthy, filthy. Very good. And number 8, don't say very old, say ancient. The building is very old. Okay. Show off your vocabulary. Say the building is ancient. There's a stress on the first syllable, and when we have IE after C in this word, it becomes the sh sound. Ancient, ancient. Now let's look at some adverb replacements for very. Instead of saying very slowly, you can say lethargically. Oh, you're going to sound so smart if you say lethargically. There's a stress on the second syllable, and we have the TH sound. Get silly with me. Put your tongue between your teeth. Lethargically, lethargically, lethargically. Good. Don't say he moves very slowly. Say he moves lethargically. And instead of very quickly, say instantly. We have a stress on the first syllable. Instantly, instantly. He replied very quickly. That's fine. It sounds better if you say he replied instantly. And if you want to say very carefully in a better way, you can say meticulously. Meticulously has a stress on the second syllable. It's a bit long, so we can practice it slowly together and then at normal speed. Meticulously. 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 And normal speed, meticulously. She packed her bag very carefully. Okay, that's fine. And even better, she packed her bag meticulously. Number 4, don't say very loudly. Say deafening. You might recognize this word, deaf, which means you are not able to hear. So very loudly, the alternative is deafeningly, as in it's so loud it could make you deaf. There's a stress on the first syllable, deafeningly, deafeningly. And normal speed, deafeningly. So instead of saying the crowd cheered very loudly, show off your vocab. Say the crowd cheered deafeningly. Number 5, don't say whisperingly. There's a stress on the first syllable, whisperingly. Do you know what whisper means? This is a whisper. Once again, stress on the first syllable, whisperingly. Whisperingly. Don't say, she spoke very quietly. Say, she spoke whisperingly. And here's some more very useful alternatives to very. Don't say very weak. Say feeble. The bridge looks very weak. That's a weak sentence. Let's bump it up. Let's say the bridge looks feeble. Or instead of very strong, say powerful with a stress on the first syllable. Powerful. Powerful. He is very strong. He is powerful. Don't say very rich. Say wealthy. She is very rich. No, thank you. She is wealthy. Ooh la la. And don't forget we have the TH sound. Put your tongue between your teeth. Wealthy. Wealthy. And don't say very poor. Say destitute with a stress on the first syllable. Destitute. Destitute. Once again, destitute. They are very poor. We can make this better by saying they are destitute. And number 5, don't say very expensive. Say exorbitant. We have a stress here on the second syllable. Exorbitant. Exorbitant. This is a long word, so I'm going to say it a little more slowly. Exorbitant. And normal speed, exorbitant. Don't say the hotel is very expensive. Say the hotel is exorbitant. Now that you have all of these very useful alternatives to very, make sure that you click here to download the slides and study and take the free quiz. It's been a pleasure teaching you today. My name is Kay with ISpeakSpokeSpoken, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!